All right, guys, we are live. If you want to, just go ahead and comment in the chat box below. As you can see tonight, I am flying solo. So my name is Noel Floyd. I'm the Director of Global Sales and Marketing here at Asia Sciences. If you are new to the team, I want to welcome you to the team and just say congratulations. Guys, you're in for a journey. Tonight, we're going to do a very short training. It's going to be called Objections and Answers. And I just kind of want to go over with you some things because, it's very important that you understand how to deal with people who are giving you objections on maybe why they cannot join your opportunity, why they don't have time, things like that. So we've got some very good things going on, and one of those is crowneliteuniversity.com. And I want you to really take some notes tonight on what I'm going to be going over. And if you want to go ahead and write that down, crowneliteuniversity.com. I'm going to hop over here to the page. I want to make sure some people are commenting below right here. Make sure that everybody's hopped on here. Just bear with me just a second. All right, I see Peter from Australia is on. We've got Jax on here. All right, so that sounds good. So we will go ahead and get this thing started. Give me just 1 second. I see Beth is on here. I tell you what, we just had a fantastic meeting Saturday morning. Guys, if you're not having local meetings yet, I highly encourage you to start building a local meeting. Tell people to refresh their page. Some people are texting me saying they can't see anything yet. The refresh page. There we go. So refresh the page. All right, so let's get into this, guys. One of the things that I love about Asia Sciences is everything is already laid out for you step by step. I'm pulling this right off of crowneliteuniversity.com tonight, and I really, really want you to pay attention to what I'm doing here. And tonight's training, okay, even though you're looking at me, tonight's training, I'm calling this Objections and Answers. Objections and Answers, because I think we could probably all agree that at one point or another, okay, that we have seen some objections with our building our business. I think that is a definite there, that we can definitely say we've seen some objections. Let me go over here really quickly. Since I'm flying solo tonight, it takes just a few extra steps, guys. All right. I just want to make sure everything. Beth, if you could go ahead and just tell me if you are seeing the live event, that would be great. I see people commenting, but I don't see people saying, hey, I can see the live event. So that would be great if somebody can just tell me they can see the live event. It makes it a little more difficult when you don't have people on here helping you guys out. Okay, so anyway, Eric, he's got some company this weekend doing some business meeting. I believe that Larry had a prior engagement, and then Michelle, her daughter actually got married today, so that was very, very exciting that her daughter got married today. So anyway, I'm going to jump right into this, and I'm going to, like I said, it's going to be titled Objections and Answers. And like I said, we all receive some objections at one point or another, and sometimes we just don't know what to say. I'll go over some things with you right now. And like I said, take some notes, okay? Number one, write this down. Write this down, okay? Have conviction. You want to have conviction about what you're doing. And what does that mean, okay, guys? You must have conviction because people follow people that know where they are going, okay? And what I mean by that is if you don't have a vision, you don't know what your why is, you don't even know why you're in business, why would you expect anyone to follow you, okay? And the same holds true when it comes to your responses, and you must be firm at the same time with the responses that you're giving people. Okay, so that's very important. Now, what is your dream? Okay, and guys, like I said, I'm pulling this straight off of our training website. I hope you guys are utilizing that training website. But what is your dream? Okay, so prior to any presentation, any conversation with anyone about your business, it's always important to know, what your prospect wants, okay? And you want to kind of paint a picture for them, okay? And talk to them about what it is they're wanting, things like that. What do they want to accomplish in achieving, otherwise known as, their dream, okay? Ask them what motivates them. People enjoy sharing things about themselves and their aspirations. And it's very important because a lot of people, guys, every one of you are here tonight on this training because you want to learn how to make some money. If you were just going to use the product, you would just use the product and you wouldn't be here tonight. So most dreams, guys, include something they can do for travel, money, retirement, maybe retire with dignity, okay? Charities, moving up into a nicer home, things like that. And if objections come up, the common responses, guys, are some things that I'm going to go over with you, okay? So, for the most part, the only reason people come up with objections is because of fear. And I have talked about fear over and over and over again before. And fear really is what holds a lot of people back from advancing in their life. Now, once you help someone overcome their fear, which is called an objection, okay, then you can turn the objection into a yes. Absolutely, okay? The key to overcome excuses or objections is to understand where they're coming from while relating to them at the same time. And what makes you have a strong influence is letting them know you've been where they are, okay, but you found a solution to their objection. You found a solution to their objection. So it's very important that you can relay this in a good manner that sounds relatable to the situation that they're in right now. So let's just, I'll say this, okay? Someone cannot move forward until they have the answer and you don't know it, okay? Let's just say someone asks you something, you don't know the answer to it. What is the answer to that, okay? And here's what I will say. The biggest thing you don't want to say is, I don't know the answer. I don't know the answer. That's what you do not want to say. Absolutely do not say that. So if someone says, hey, Noel, where is the company located, or where does the company ship their products from? And the worst thing I want to say is, I don't know. Okay, here's the correct answer with that. I want to say, I don't know the answer to that question, okay, but you followed up with this. But let me see if I can get someone on the phone right now who knows the answer. This is where you contact your upline. Your upline, guys, will be your sponsor. Your sponsor, always go to your sponsor first. Use the chain of command, per se, like military terminology, okay? You want to use your chain of command. You want to go up the line, find out who knows the answer, because what happens is if your sponsor doesn't know the answer, they're going to be able to help you find someone that does as well, okay? So, let's just say it's not available. If not available, I don't know the answer to that question, but let me see if I can get a hold of someone and get the answer, and I'll either three-way them in or get back to you with it. You can also say that right there, okay? So, three-way phone calls, those are always powerful. Now, before I would do a three-way phone call, before you three-way someone in, you really want to make sure that beyond the shadow of a doubt that person knows the answer as well, okay? So, for every single response, and I'm going to be going over a method with you guys that I have been using for, I don't know, probably the past 5 or 6 years. And I'm telling you right now, it works. It absolutely works. It's called the Feel, Felt, Found method. And I really want you to pay attention to this. Every single response to an objection should start with, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found. That is how every single response should be when you're facing an objection. I understand how you feel. Write this down, okay? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found out, okay? Felt, found response. This is the best way to turn around a no or an objection into a yes, and it's to remember this response, guys. Remember this response all the time when dealing with objections. Often referred to as the feel, felt, found response. You always use the feel, felt, found response. It's always good to add these keywords after each time you respond, regardless of the objection, okay? And it's very important. Now, before we get into that, I want to tell you something. Always ask for referrals. Always ask for referrals as well. So if, okay, someone gives you an objection and basically the answer is going to be no or something like that, that's fine, okay? You may not need anything else, but I'm sure you might know someone who can refer with all of your contacts that you have, you know. So a lot of people have connections, and basically you just done the takeaway at that point. You just said, you know what, I understand you're not interested, but you might know some people who are interested, okay? So negative responses to their perception, all right? Negative responses to their reception of the opportunity, okay? Whether you know this answer or not, you should always respond with the feel, felt, found method, okay? So that's, you know, people have different perceptions on the network marketing industry, and they're always, you know, people are always coming up with their own idea on, you know, why they can't do it, what they heard from someone else, you know, things like that. So like I said, it's very important that you respond all the time with the feel, felt, found approach. Now, let's get into this, guys. So the best responses after the feel, felt, found method, okay? I'm sure you will agree that doing your due diligence to discover the answer is the right thing to do. Okay, you can respond with something like that. But I want to get into something, okay? Here's some common objections that I have always come across. Number one of the number one things, my spouse won't let me do it. My spouse won't let me do it. And let's just go over here really quickly. I want to make sure we don't have any things going on here where I'm kicked offline or anything like that. Like I said, I'm by myself flying solo tonight. Okay, all right, we got some great people on here tonight. Okay, so let's go over here. My spouse won't let me do it. So what is the answer that you should use? Remember, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found, okay? This is why it is so important for your spouse to see this presentation. At the end of the day, I have to ask you this question. Does your spouse have a plan to achieve your dreams? Hopefully, if you ask them what motivates them, like their children, travel, money, retire with dignity, charity, things like that. Okay, here's why it's very important, guys. You know, if you are on here tonight and you have a spouse who is not 100% on board with what you're doing, get them in front of a presentation, okay? Because I understand how you feel. I'm telling you that right now. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found out. Once my wife, okay, started seeing what we were doing, once she started seeing a presentation, I'm not talking about Asian Sciences, I'm talking about when I first got involved in the industry, she was not 100% supportive because she didn't understand. She didn't understand because she was not looking at the presentation. She was just hearing and seeing my excitement, but she wasn't seeing the money rolling in like I told her we did. And she didn't understand delayed gratification, okay? So it's very important, okay, when you can start building that dream, okay, about your children, travel, money, etc., things like that, okay? Always make sure that you use that feel, felt, found method with the spouse, okay? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found out. This is why it is so important for you and your spouse to see this presentation together, okay? But guys, can you imagine going to a presentation for the first time ever and going home and trying to tell your spouse about it and knowing good and well you didn't absorb all of the information, and they're thinking, man, this guy's crazy or this girl's crazy. Why in the world would I want to support that? Okay. So anyway, number two, I'm not that kind of guy. I'm not that kind of guy. Meaning like I'm not the network marketing person, you know, things like that. So here we go. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too. But here's what I found. When the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. You should meet the people that I have met that said exactly the same thing, and then see where they have come from and where they are today. Hopefully, you have asked them what motivates them. Guys, always start with the dream. That's why you've got to ask them what motivates them. Their children, travel, money, retiring, charity, things like that. So it's as simple as that. I felt the same way too. You should meet some of the people that I have met that have said exactly the same thing and see where they're at right now. Number 3, I don't know anyone that would be interested. I hear this all the time, okay? I hear this all the time. And you always start, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found. There are millions of people that are interested. In fact, let me give you some numbers. There are over 16 million people in the U.S. alone, and from every walk of life, rich, poor, highly educated, blue collar. The U.S. reported over 543,000 new small business owners every single month. Now that is a statistic. The U.S. reported 543,000 new small business owners every month, and over 52% are working from home. So with that being said, how many people do you know on your social media sites, your clubs, or how many people do you know that know people? All right. Hopefully you've asked them once again, what motivates them? Their children, travel, money, retirement, etc. Okay. Now, here's some of the most common objections that I have ever received. And I would say some of you guys right now watching this have recently received some of these objections. I don't have the money. I don't have the money. I hear that all the time, okay? I don't have the money. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found. It doesn't require much money to get started. In fact, I couldn't really afford it either. The good news is I learned how to earn all of my money back really fast. Now, my father and I talked about this at our meeting that we had Saturday. And for the most part, if people look at when they give an answer, I don't have the money, okay, it's usually because of a lack of money management. We've got customers that are looking at this wanting to lose weight. Well, we've been talking to people who are my size, 300 pounds plus. Some people have been over 400 pounds that we've talked to, and they tell me they cannot afford the product. Well, you don't want to say this to someone, but kind of be like, well, how did you get to be 400 pounds? You didn't get it by eating healthy and staying at the house and eating. You got it by eating fast food, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, pizza, and all that stuff like that. So you can afford all that. You've really got to twist it around. I understand how you feel, and here's what I found. It doesn't require much money to get started, and in fact, I couldn't really afford it either. The good news is I learned how I could earn my money back really fast, okay? So when you start talking about people about earning money back really fast, their attitude can change towards that. Number 2, on these most common ones, I don't have the time. I always loved it when people told me I don't have the time. So here's the response. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. Here's what I found. Everyone builds this in cracks of time. Whether you have 1 hour a day or 1 hour a week to devote to this, what's going to change your life if you don't change something in your life to your dreams? Basically, what this is saying is if nothing changes, nothing changes, okay? So hopefully you've asked them, once again, what motivates them. Their children, travel, money, retirement, charity, anything like that, okay? What motivates them? Uh-oh. Forgive me. So, number 4 on this one. I can't do it. Oh, man, I've heard this over and over again. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what when the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. We have all the tools you need to share this with other people. So you don't have to feel like you have to have all the skills necessary. You can do it. And once again, hopefully you've talked about them, about their children, their travel, money, retirement, charity, things like that. Guys, it's very important to constantly be talking to someone about what their dream is, what their goals are, okay? Because a person with no goals and dreams in mind is surely going to fail. So it's very important that you are able to help paint a picture for these people and help them understand, why they're doing this. All right, I'm just checking over here to make sure I'm still being heard. Guys, if you can just drop a comment and say, yeah, I hear you, or something like that, that would be great. So let's continue on with the objections, okay? So I'm not a salesperson. Man, I hear this one too. I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to sound like a salesperson, stuff like that. So what is the response? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found. We have all the tools you need to share with us. We have all the tools you need to share this with other people, so you don't have to feel like you have all the skills necessary to sell anything. You can do it. And once again, guys, hopefully you've asked them about their children, what motivates them, travel, money, stuff like that. It's very important. So while you're waiting, you could have been earning the money, which is getting you closer to your dreams. I hear people all the time say, well, when I find this person, and and using my response, while you're waiting, you could have been earning the money, which is getting you closer to your dreams. So I don't have any friends. I don't know anyone that doesn't have any friends, honestly. So I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found. You can make friends, and if necessary, you can buy leads. You can do this. Coming out of your comfort zone is going to be a direct result of your dreams. When the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. And what do they mean by facts don't count? Guys, the odds are against actual odds, because, there's always saying, failure is inevitable, things like that. Guys, when the dream is big enough, the facts don't count. I don't care who's telling you can't do it, who has never made it big in your community. You can be the first one. The facts do not matter, okay? So that's just something, just a side note there. I love this one right here. I absolutely love this one. I get this every year around tax season. It's tax season. I'm waiting to find out what my taxes will be, and I'm waiting for my return. Now, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found out. Waiting is costing you money. While you were waiting, you could have been earning the money, which is getting you closer to your dreams. If you wait, you still have to start, and you have lost all that time in between. Guys, if people are serious about wanting to start with your business, they will do it, okay? Your friends may see this through someone else, and you will lose out on having the first mover's advantage. Always use first mover's advantage. This is being recorded, guys, so you can go back and watch this. So if I make more money, I love this one too. If I make more money, I will have to pay more taxes. What do you think? Do you think so? If I make more money, I will have to pay more taxes. Here's the response. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found out. Yes, you're correct. But if you make more money, you keep more money after you pay your taxes. Don't you understand how that works? If you don't change what you are doing, what's going to change? Hopefully you have asked them what motivates them. Again, guys, children, travel, money, retirement, etc. So I'm getting married next year. I can't deal with any more stress. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found out. Getting married is not only exciting and stressful all at the same time, but you're not planning your wedding every hour of every day. You can dedicate an hour a day here and there, and you'll be accomplishing what most couples will never, excuse me, guys, I'm so sorry. You will be accomplishing what most couples will never accomplish. Additionally, getting married gives a lot of people motivation to think about their future. This business can help you with your dreams and goals. Hopefully, you have asked them what motivates them. Their children, money, travel, retirement, charity, things like that. You can see every one of these always goes back to the dream. Always goes back to the dream. So you got a couple more objections here. I have been watching the network marketing industry, and it seems like they come and go. Seems like they come and go. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found. In every industry, you have bad apples. Obviously, this industry wouldn't still be around if it was a bad industry. On the other hand, I checked out this company. They are doing things that other companies don't do until much later. Businesses like paying cash for everything as they go, providing experienced corporate leadership, and they never do things that offer support like Asia Sciences, which is critical for long-term success. Asia Sciences is a registered all throughout the United States and in other countries as well. They're debt-free, and this is why you need to check them out. You need to check them out on the Resource Center and learn more about their tools and their products. Guys, it is very important, I'll stop here, to go through the CrownEliteUniversity.com. Get to know this like the back of your hand. I didn't even know this was in there until I started digging for it. There's so much information on CrownEliteUniversity.com. I mean, it is an overwhelming amount of information. If you want to build a massive business, you can do it by everything that you can learn right there at CrownEliteUniversity.com. So, last objection that I'm going to share with you guys. Is this a Ponzi scheme? It's a Ponzi scheme, okay? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way too, but here's what I found. Ponzi schemes are illegal, and sooner or later they will be discovered, but at the cost of those who bought in with their money. Asia Sciences is registered all throughout the United States and in other countries around the world. They have partnered with some exceptional companies to ensure international expansion, and everything they do is connected to products. It's not a money game. They are debt-free, and this is why you need to check them out. Guys, it's very important, very important. Oh, you know what? I will do one more, okay? I do apologize, but I will do one more. And because there's tons of these on here, but this one is a very important one as well. Product objections, okay? I hear people all the time, especially a lot of us are trying to build a small business on Facebook, and we're trying to build offline as well. We might be able to be building on other social media outlets and things like that. And you see a lot of digital product-based businesses out there, which is a big no-no in the industry anyway. But people will say, I don't like product businesses, okay? And I really only want a company that has digital products. I've gotten this over the past several years, okay? Once again, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way, but here's what I found. Having just a digital product over time has been proven to not carry the long-term loyalty of a product that people use every day and fall in love with. Let me explain. In the digital age, tools last about as long as the next tool that come out. Tools, I'm talking about tool companies, okay? Because you've got these ad sites, and you've got these sites that teach you how to do things, and it becomes an affiliate program, okay? So that's what they're talking about, tool companies, okay? It could be days, weeks, maybe, if you're lucky, months, okay? All that work that you put into recruiting people into business solely into a digital product business is the toughest model to keep people engaged in. In fact, when someone finds what they think is a better digital tool, they go after your people, okay, to make the money really fast and causing you to start all over. Guys, I've been part of that digital product era. It is crazy. It's a big no-no. It's frowned upon in the industry. So most all digital companies are launched by people who don't even consider the governing laws of the land, which means it takes off like crazy, disappears faster than it takes off. And all you have to do is look at the digital only companies, and you're going to see that most of them only last just a few months, few weeks, at the tops just a few years. The goal with Asia Sciences is to create a long-term business that pays beyond your efforts, creating a way to reach your dreams and goals, not just for the short run, hopefully, okay? Once again, you have talked to these people about their dreams, their goals, their ambitions, things like that. Guys, I tell you what, I'm so excited that you came on here tonight. I think this was a much needed. It is a short training tonight, but those are some objections and answers. If you will go to CrownEliteUniversity.com, click on resources. I think that's under the getting started. I'm also going to post that in the Facebook group, and you can copy and paste those objections. It is as simple as copy and paste. You print those things off when you're talking to someone on the phone. You can read it right off of the page. Just rehearse it a little bit. Make sure you're not sounding like you're reading it. And do that, because we're all going to receive some type of objection now and then. You better be receiving objection every day. I will say that, because if you're not receiving objection every single day, it means you're not promoting your business enough. Next week, we're going to have another fantastic training. I think we're going to have the rest of the people back on here next Sunday night. So that's important. Now, listen, very important, very important. The following weekend is Nashville, Tennessee. The following weekend is Nashville, Tennessee. Now, there are no more discounted hotel rooms available, and I don't think there's any more hotel rooms available in that hotel at all. Okay, so there are some hotels around that area that you're going to be able to get, a pretty decent rate at. But I'm telling you guys right now, if you are within 7, 10 hours, however, if you're within 10 hours of Nashville, Tennessee, I'm telling you guys, you need to be there. We've got some people driving 12 hours to be there. You do not want to miss out on seeing the corporate leadership. And I've said this before, we don't know how long it's going to be before we're all back. But when we talk about ground floor opportunity, guys, we are a ground floor opportunity. There's less than 1,000 paying reps in the company right now. And you are pioneering this company. That's exciting. Very exciting. Okay, if you're on here tonight and you've just received your product, take a picture. Not of the product. Take a picture of the product if you want to, but take a before picture, okay? Guys, your before and after pictures are going to make you a lot of money. Your before and after pictures are going to make you a lot of money if you need to lose weight. If not, develop your own story, okay, on how good you feel, everything like that, and until you have your own story, start using someone else's story, and just tell people, hey, this helped this person with this helped this person with this, or look at this picture right here. Look at this before and after picture, and show people these things, okay? Constantly be talking to people about your business. Guys, there's more money to be made in this business than any other business I have ever seen in my life, okay, in the entire industry that I've been in, the network marketing industry. I've been in some great companies, okay, and unfortunately, we were just talking about digital-based companies. I was in a digital-based company before, making upwards of 6 figures in that company. Guess what? It crashed and burned. It crashed and burned. So here, I love it that we actually have a physical product that you can take. You can feel the results off of it. You can see results off of it. Other people can see the results that you're having off of it. And then all they're doing is asking, what are you doing? No, what are you doing? That's how I'm getting so many customers. But guys, I really want to encourage you tonight, to at least, in the morning when you get up, before you go to work, send out some messages to about 10 people, something like that. And just pique some interest with what you've got to do. Just pique some interest with some people. There's something in the back office over CrownEliteUniversity.com. Let me go over here really quickly. CrownEliteUniversity.com. And if you will, let's see, where is it? Okay. It's CrownEliteUniversity.com. And there's something there under resources, getting started, and it's called 3 Steps to Momentum. 3 Steps to Momentum, and it is a very powerful booklet. If you will follow those 3 steps to momentum and just repeat it over and over and over again, guys, you're going to see some results here. You're going to see good, fast results here. Guys, there's nothing like launching a business fast, okay? Fast. People, speed of the leader, speed of the pack. People follow exactly what you're going to do. So if you just want to poke around at this, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. But the people you bring into this, don't expect them to do any more than what you're doing, okay? I'll just say that. That's why you constantly see me on the go. And some people say, well, I can't do that yet. No, you can't. And that's fine. That is perfectly fine. No, you can't do that yet, okay? But when I was working a job 70 hours a week, sometimes 80 hours a week, I would come home and I would sacrifice my time, my TV time. I would sacrifice my meal times. I would sacrifice my personal time. And I would come in, I would get on the computer, I would get on the phone, I would start making phone calls, and I would start getting on the computer, making contacts with people. And that's basically what this 3 steps to success on, guys. This is make a list of friends and or associates, okay? Friends and or associates. You need to do this. If you have not started making your list, you need to do it. Take note of your personalized Asia Sciences website. What does that mean? It means know your website, okay? Number 3, your contact information for immediate support. You've got to know that. You've got to know your sponsor's phone number, your sponsor's name, their email address, their sponsor's phone number, okay? You want that. You want your sponsor's phone number and their sponsor's phone number absolutely in your contact manager. Take note of all the upcoming events. Why is that important? Why is the upcoming events important? I'm talking about offline and online. Tuesday nights, we always have our testimonial call. You need to be on that call. Even if you don't have guests on that call, you've got to be on that call so you can hear the testimonials that people have. Okay, so you know when someone asks you, hey, does this help with this? Well, yes, it does, because I heard it on Tuesday night testimonial call. That way you don't have to look for the answer, okay? Thursday nights, we have our power call. That's the one you really need to be on that call to and invite guests. Once again, if you don't have any guests, you still need to be on that call. Guys, it's just like kind of business, okay? And there's steps that you got to take when you own your own business. And showing up is one of those things. If you went and opened a brick and mortar store, you never showed up to that store and you didn't open the door, how much money are you going to make? Zero. Big goose egg, okay? You got to think about those things. Attend the events, okay? I'm not saying attend every single live event. Attend the ones that are in your area. If there's not ones in your area, reach out to your upline. Reach out to the people who are doing events and say, hey, look, I can get a team of 50 people together. Can you come my way? And we'll do an event. Start getting familiar with the compensation plan and with the overview. That way you can set people down in your living room and start having events in your living room, okay? Schedule your first home meeting. I'm serious, guys. You might be on here tonight and say, I just want to do this on the internet. Guys, that's fine, okay? That's perfectly fine. But we're also looking for people who want to make, I'm not talking about just thousands of dollars a month. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. And it comes through personal interaction with people. It comes through personal interaction with people. That's why you see me, you see Larry, you see other people, other field leaders throughout what we're doing. You see us, in our living rooms doing meetings. You see us in little restaurants doing meetings. You see us doing, we'll say, hey, we just had a great team meeting. Sometimes those meetings only have 3 or 4 people out, but it's a great team meeting. Make sure that you're doing those, okay? Step 2, invite. You've got to invite. You've got to invite. I'm not going to go over all that, guys. But just look at that. Get on crowneliteuniversity.com. Click on resources. Click on getting started, and it's the 3 steps to momentum fast start guide. Okay, you want to make sure that you download that, print it off. Look at it, something like that. Do whatever you need to do, but make sure that you, are using crowneliteuniversity.com. Very important. Guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Grab your tickets, Phil, and that's nashville.asiasciencesevent.com. I think there's only 27 tickets left right now. Tickets are free, okay, to come to the event. I don't know how much longer that's going to last. I mean, this event's going to be free, absolutely, but the next event that we have might be $50. I don't know. It's very unheard of in the industry not to charge for an event. Right now, Asia Sciences is footing the bill and the expense for everything that is going on right now because they want you to be there. They want you to attend, and they don't want you to feel like you're out anything right now. They want you to meet the leadership and the field leadership so you can see the vision for this company. Guys, I hope you have a great night. Didn't want to keep you too long. I'm telling you right now, go out there this week. Go get 3 people. Go get 3 people this week. Just do it. Make it happen. 3, and it's free. Go help your 3 get 3. Go help their 3 get 3. And you're going to start watching those paychecks get bigger and bigger and bigger every single week. That's all I got for you guys. Hope you have a great night.